Not I.
like this
Not
is
me,
it.
sir.
The last
No,
time
no,
we'll all be
I'm
in the
going
same
to speak
place
my
like
mind.
this.
It's one
Could be a good thing,
allowed to
mind
give
you.
out orders.
Who is it? How? Why?
We'll get to it.
What's the holdup? We're all here, aren't we?
Surely the captain should be allowed to give out.
You have been inside my cabinet of curiosity.
Surely the captain should be
How did you
allowed to
know?
give out orders.
The guilt is written on your face. You refuse to meet my eye.
Oh, this isn't ideal, but it's the safest way to make sure nothing happens to make it worse.
I know thy task is grave, but use a gentle hand, for we are frail and fragile souls.
Not any more than you
Fine.
were before.
No promises.
Everyone to stay still for a minute. Surely the captain.
Oh man, I thought you guys were like gone.
Everyone to stay
It's
still
only been an
for a
hour.
minute. Surely the captain
I'm not
should
sure
be allowed
Dirk's
to give
developed
out
object
orders.
permanence yet.
Hey,
This isn't ideal,
I don't know what
it's the
that
safest way
means,
to
but
make
I'm
sure
gonna
nothing
assume you're
happens
being
to make it
rude.
worse. You're not locked in, not really. Not
You
anymore.
know, we really do have the perfect
Nothing
setting for
happens to
this.
make it worse.
In terms of
You're
literary
not locked
tradition,
in,
I mean.
Not really. Not anymore.
The parlor?
It's textbook.
You're not locked in, not really. Not anymore.
You say you've solved the mystery?
Yep, all wrapped up with a bow.
Impressive.
Ideal,
What
but
now?
it's the
Dramatically
safest way to
point
make
at the
sure
culprit?
nothing
Ha ha,
happens
it's
to
you, etc.
That's not normally our standard protocol,
ideal,
no?
But it's the safest way to make sure
Maybe it
nothing
should
happens
be.
to make it
Sounds
worse.
fun.
You're not locked
I can't say I
Otherwise, what's the
like
point?
being
I don't even
locked
think I'm being
inside the
unreasonable,
submarine.
really. I'm sorry, everyone.
You feel like
I
you
know
might want to try to escape?
No
captain
more
should
than
be allowed to
usual.
give out orders.
You couldn't
Otherwise,
escape
what's
even
the
if the
point?
foredeck hatch was open. We're floating in the middle of the ocean.
Ah, but what if I've chartered a rescue helicopter?
I know this
Have
isn't
you?
ideal.
No, but what if?
Sorry, everyone. I know this
I've
isn't
got
ideal,
everything under
but it's
control.
the safest way to make
That's
sure
exactly
nothing
what people say when they don't have everything under control.
Safest way to make sure nothing happens to make it worse.
So what are we looking at? Do you have the murder weapon?
No.
Kinda?
Right, kinda.
Cynthia, maybe you should have fired them.
No, look, listen to me. Morutuga was killed by the mechanism of the iron bell. It lowers onto the cauldron and they fit together. It's a big mechanical lock.
Right, and there's this little metal thing wedged in the side. It's not part of the iron bell itself, but it was placed there. That's how they got in and out without ever opening or closing the bulkhead door.
So, the murder weapon...
It's a necklace?
Felicia Stonetop's necklace.
And it's still missing?
Right, apart from a small fragment that snapped off and was left in the iron bell.
And Morutuga was killed because he tried to take something out of the cauldron?
Take what out of the cauldron?
It can only really be one thing. The one thing that all of this has been about. The mermaid's tongue.
The mermaid's what?
It's a kind of ancient artifact. Morutuga found it on a sea voyage years ago.
Right. The same voyage captured on this film reel and depicted in this bottle.
Captain Felicia Stonetop and her helmsman, Magnus Morutuga. They went off into the ocean on a ship named the Dearest Selina.
And came back with a mermaid's tongue.
And that's what Morutuga kept in the cauldron?
But it was empty. It's been empty since we discovered the murder.
Quite right. If this mermaid's tongue came out of the cauldron, where's it been this whole time?
Well, we found it in Dr. Zephyr's cabinet of curiosity.
Did you? Fascinating.
But what is it? What does it do?
The mermaid's tongue, said to facilitate communication with she who lies beyond the veil.
Requires a special key to operate. Huh.
A key? What kind of key?
Wait, facilitate communication? What does that actually mean?
It's a translator. When worn over one's head, the mermaid's tongue allows you to commune with the mermaid. Thus the name tongue, referring not to an appendage, but to the language spoken by the mermaid.
How nice.
Anyone gonna tell me who the mermaid is, or...
So there's a painting, painted by Selena Stonetop, we think.
And a photograph taken with a submarine's underwater imaging system.
And, why would you need a translator to talk to her? She's not local, or what?
She speaks a language none of us could understand. It is said that attempting to commune with her without harnessing the mermaid's tongue would drive one mad.
But how does it work?
Nobody knows.
Nice. Convenient.
It is a powerful and priceless artifact.
Oh, it's powerful, all right. Look what it's doing to all of you.
I don't know, guys. I'm not sure if I'm buying into this thing. Kinda just looks like some grody old leather mask.
That's because it's not complete.
How do you know?
So this image here, it's a photograph of a drawing. A cropped photograph, too. The good news is, we've got the real thing. Turns out the ocean map shows what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, sure, just help yourself to the stuff in my personal treasure chest, I don't mind.
That antenna. Is that coral? It looks sharp.
It is, and it's hard, like crystal. I'm pretty sure it explains the scratch marks in the cauldron.
But why did Morutuga keep it locked in the cauldron?
Because he wanted to keep it hidden from everyone. The mermaid's tongue being on board was a secret Morutuga was keeping. The cauldron was covered by the sailcloth and locked in the storeroom, and Morutuga wanted to keep it that way.
It's true. When he saw my poster, he told me we had to keep the cauldron covered up.
Why the cauldron, though? Wouldn't it have been less conspicuous if he just kept it in a wooden crate or something?
Keeping the mermaid's tongue in the cauldron wasn't something Morutuga came up with himself. Even before he ever found it, it's just where it's always been kept. There it is, see? In the cauldron, beneath the iron bell, beneath the wooden buoy.
But that was a long time ago. How do you know the mermaid's tongue was still in the cauldron at the time of the murder?
Well, Tadpole told us about someone she saw on the aft deck shortly after the murder. She described it as a demon, with a single horn and glowing eyes.
The culprit, wearing the mermaid's tongue.
Right. We figured they'd just taken it from the cauldron after killing Morutuga.
So the culprit knew about the mermaid's tongue, knew what it was, knew how to use it.
Definitely.
But Morutuga never really told us about any of this. How did the culprit know about it?
Because they were the third person on the Dearest Selena voyage.
The third person?
In addition to Magnus Morutuga and Felicia Stonetop, I assume.
Right. It was a crew of 3, not 2.
And what evidence have you collected to support this?
Evidence? Let's see. Morutuga's film reel.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Spooky.
Let's see. The audio recording of Morutuga opening the black box.
What recording is this?
I really don't know why you're here. This doesn't concern you. Even if it does, it is wholly unrelated to our unfortunate voyage.
Morutuga is talking to the third person from the voyage.
Is he? I only hear the one voice.
Before it reached Mariana's pipe, the audio was transmitted from the cabin to the control room by these radios. Only they're faulty, or one of them is, at least. It turns itself on and off every few seconds. The cadence happened to line up with the conversation, so you only get Morutuga's half.
Huh. That's quite the coincidence. Personally, if I'd written that, I'd feel guilty.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Mr. Werman.
Yeah.
Let's see. The ship in a bottle. The ship in a bottle rattles when you shake it because a model of someone else is hidden inside the ship.
I knew there was something in there. Someone in there.
Well, there we are. Quite a bit of evidence as it stands.
All right, but does any of that tell you who it actually is?
Potentially, yeah. The ship in a bottle rattling when you shake it.
Wait, the model person inside the ship? There's a way to work out who it is?
I can think of a way.
Let's do it with logic and reasoning, shall we? First, we'll compare the ship in a bottle with Morutuga's other wooden model.
The model town. What about it?
The people who aren't in the town.
What do you mean?
Morutuga and Felicia aren't in the town because they're on the ship. Selena too, I suppose, since she's the figurehead.
I don't think they're who she's talking about.
It's important to remember that the model town is specific to Morutuga's life. When adding the model figures, he only included people he had dealings with. And he only detailed the buildings he was familiar with. The rest are just generic blocks. With this in mind, there's someone else who should be here, but isn't. Morutuga made a detailed model of Grip's shop. It's not a generic cube like everything else, which means there should be a model of Grip himself. But it's not there.
But why would Morutuga include Grip in his model town? Did they know each other?
And if they did, how did Grip end up going along on Morutuga's ship?
There's a sticker on the back of the map. It's a service record from Grip's shop. Morutuga hired Grip to interpret the ocean map, which he did, but Grip didn't ask for payment in money. Instead, he asked to come on the voyage.
This isn't proof. Not really.
Well, there is one thing we could
Do it. If you don't, I will.
Mr. Grip being on that ship isn't actually evidence that he murdered Morutuga. What about the murder weapon? What happened to it?
Right. Nor is this evidence that he used the mermaid's tongue. Wouldn't he have needed that special key?
Grip still has both the murder weapon and the key.
This is the right clue, but we want a specific aspect of it.
I guess this is it.